Throughout the centuries, charges have been leveled that the Vatican and its priests have practiced black magic behind the scenes. Noted author Brad Steiger theorizes that this belief can be traced back to the earliest days of the Christian religion.
But always there is the theorist, conspiracy theorist, who says, deep in the heart of the Vatican, there are priests who are practicing satanic rituals that have been deceiving their followers all along. This goes back again to the great fear of when Roman Catholicism sold indulgences. You could buy your way out of purgatory. When they had all the relics, there were so many bits and pieces of the cross that they could have made another wooden Titanic for all the bits and the holy relics and so forth. All these things are related to magic, and some people can make an easy extrapolation to Satanism. This idea of magic and Satanism is the heretics. Who are the heretics? I mean, the very first people who were being burned at the stake and were being tortured were members of the clergy who were still practicing magic. So this idea of being perpetual, this whole thing, the concept, I personally, have spoken to, whether they're defrocked priests or not, who were practicing magicians and declaring this, of course, to be white magic. And that's, in a sense, if you want to be cynical, that's what Roman Catholicism is, with the various saints and the way the hierarchy is set up. We have Mariolatry, the former pope. Mary was his, his greatest emphasis. The apparitions of Mary gave him his greatest strength. And there was a fear, certainly among American Catholics, that Rome was going into Mariolatry. And of course this shows that religion needs, if it has a father, it has to have a mother. There's just something within the innate human psyche that wants a father and a mother figure. And of course, Catholicism has done that with Jesus, the Father, God, and Mary, the mother.
More recently, the accusation of Satanism in the Vatican has reared its ugly head. In 1996, a priest named Father Malachi Martin published a novel called Windswept House, which opened with a scene that depicted Vatican officials mounting a likeness of the devil on a throne in St. Peter's in the dark of night. Father Martin's book was widely accepted as a truth-disguised as fiction attempt to expose the rumored real-life Satanism being practiced in the secret depths of a Vatican gone very wrong. The crux of the Satanism accusation involves charges that important Vatican officials have sold their souls to the devil and now fervently believe that the Church must do away with its religious preoccupations in order to take part in creating a new world order that will do away with many human rights and freedoms. The satanic Vatican officials are working against the Pope and in conjunction with the European Union and the United Nations. According to the novelist priest Father Malachi Martin, anybody who is acquainted with the state of affairs in the Vatican in the last 35 years is well aware that the Prince of Darkness has had and still has surrogates in the court of St. Peter's in Rome. Father Martin further accused certain unnamed bishops and priests of homosexuality and pedophilia and other perverted acts conducted as part of the observance of satanic rituals. He also claimed that a group of nuns carried out the black rites of witchcraft and lived together in lesbian relationships. Father Martin died in 1999, but he never recanted any of his accusations of Satanism in the Vatican. Jordan Maxwell is a preeminent researcher and speaker in the fields of secret societies, occult philosophies, and ufology. He agrees that the Vatican is possibly controlled by supernatural forces whose ultimate goal is world control.
But it's on a need-to-know basis, and most humans on the earth don't need to know. There's only a handful of people who've got the brains and the wherewithal to even start thinking about this kind of metaphysical intrigue that's going on the earth. And once you begin to see how this stuff is being portrayed in movies, and the implication, of course, is that somebody very high up is not human. Somebody is talking about something way above humans' heads. The heads of the human beings are just not getting it. We're not getting it. Like the comedian said, there's only two kinds of people in the world, those who get it and those who don't. And most of the human race don't get it. These movies and these stories of the Holy Grail, the establishment of the Vatican, the Holy Father, the very Roman Empire itself, and its religio-political, philosophical basis for the Caesars of Rome, going all the way back into the ancient world, all of this implies something very, very dark. Satan, devil, angel, all these words and terms which we use all the time people have no idea in the world what these words really mean. And a classic example of how we use words and we should be ashamed to use them in public, like church. The very word church is an English word which can be traced back to a Scottish word, kirk. That's why you have Captain Kirk on the starship Enterprise, because the churches are a business. It's an enterprise. Captain Kirk. Captain goes back to the word capital. Capital is the word for money. This is why churches are divided into denominations. You need to understand that the ancient system of usury, manipulation, exploitation of the human creature is still well in place, and the very word church can be traced back to a Scottish word, kirk, and kirk can be directly traced back to an ancient Greek goddess named Circe. She was referred to as Mother Circe, or Mother Kirk, or today Mother Church.